What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? This is your boy Chef Don Don. I'm here with another video. Listen, in this video, we are going to discuss Miss Gizelle Bryant and baby Miss Candace Dillard Basset. All right, Miss Gizelle Bryant did an interview and we are going to discuss it. But before we get into any of that, you guys make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel and make sure you bang that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. All right. And remember, anything that we do say here is all of this information. All right. So this is our opinions. If you we can agree to disagree with respect. All right. With respect, period. You know what I'm saying? So drop down in the comment section, of course, and let me know what you guys think of this thing. But above all, make sure that you guys connect with me via Instagram, via Twitter, Patreon, YouTube. And if you'd like to show some love to the channel, you can via Cash App, $ Chef Don Don 2, or via Venmo at Chef Don Don 2 as well. Either is greatly appreciated. All right. Now, with that being said, y'all, we got some things to get into, but let's get into this introduction and then boom, baby, we into it. Yeah, all right, all right, all right. So y'all know that we are in, I think we're like on episode 13 of season where episode 14 premieres Sunday, January the 15th of 2023. And that will be episode 14 of the season. So most of you guys know what is going on between Giselle and I'm sorry, yeah, Giselle and Candice this season. Now, also remember, guys, that they will be um, starring in Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip 2, and it is Giselle and Candice, which I felt like was very strategic, considering the issues that they had while they were filming Potomac. Now, for you guys that don't know, that anytime that their respected franchise city is actually filming, they do not qualify to cross film and film Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip 2, or whatever the one that they're doing. And since they're on 2, they had already wrapped filming of Potomac for season 7. So that's why they're on the show. Now, we're going to get into some things. I want to get into this interview that Gizelle Bryant did when it comes to Candace Dillard Basset. All right. And she spoke on a couple of other things, such as some things that go on with Sharice and Sharice's friendship, as well with Karen. Now, I've already played y'all the snippet of the interview where Karen stated that she just couldn't, she just didn't like Wendy. I mean, I'm sorry, she just didn't like Sharice, Cha Cha, Miss Cha Cha, Miss Cha Cha. She just didn't like her. And I've said this several times. I feel like um it's one of those things where we just sometimes you just don't like people. Now, we've already called, most of us have seen the clip for next week's episode, but this is going to be very interesting to take a listen to. We're going to listen to an interview that Giselle did, a snippet of the interview, but we're also going to talk about the interview that she did with the Today Show, or Today.com. You know what's really odd to me? It seems like they just go to the Today.com to lie, because Robin did the same thing where she was saying, "Oh, I didn't want to see Wendy mess up any of her businesses and things like that. I want Wendy to do that." Girl, stop, 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 stop it, stop it, stop it. But yes, we're gonna get into this article here. So give me just a second, and we're gonna pull it up on the screen and we're gonna talk about it. All right. Period. All right. So give me just a second here. All right. Period. All right. So this is from today.com. So 7 seasons in, Giselle Bryant is still the word on the street, and the street is filled with drama. All right. 7 seasons of The Real Housewives of Potomac has taken the viewers on a wild ride. All right. Uniting the ever evolving cast for another season of fights, fashion, fun, and DMV. Now, I don't know about that fashion thing, but baby, when I read that fashion thing, that's exactly what I was thinking. getting back into this article. So it goes on to say that Bryant stars alongside Bestie, the fellow green-eyed bandit, Robin Dixon, Karen Huger, Ashley Darby, Candace Dillard Basset, and Dr. Wendy Osefo, and Mia Thornton, along with friends Sharice Jordan Jackson, RHOPOG, and Jacqueline Blake. Today.com caught up with Brian to hear her take on season 7's drama and what is to come. Now, Bryant goes into on Wendy Osefo. Child, Brian says that she's no longer interested in talking to Dr. Wendy Osefo. During season 6, Bryant fell out with Osefo after Bryant brought rumors of Osefo's husband alleged infidelity to the group. Now, it's safer to say no love has been lost in season 7. So if we remember, there was a scene at Karen's event where Wendy Osefo tried to come speak, and Giselle was like, "Don't speak to me, girl." Bye. Okay, so the season 7 premiere saw Wendy Osefo trying to greet Brian at Huger's spring fling party, which Brian responded, "Yeah, don't touch it. I'm good. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye." But anyway, to go on in October 2022, while speaking with Today.com, Osefo said Bryant literally has gone down the list of everyone's marriage and has attacked them. I did not pay any attention to the allegations because the source itself wasn't credible. Now, y'all remember where that came from, and that's all I'm going to say. Now, while speaking to Today.com, Bryant responds to Osefo's remarks saying, "I don't find that to be true." Now, pause. My thing is this, okay? My thing is this when it comes to Giselle. Giselle has to remember, you did come after this lady's family and marriage, right? My thing with them was I had a really big issue with Robin acting as if she didn't know what Wendy was talking about. But then we even start off this season where you have a problem with Wendy. My thing is this, like, y'all's issue with Wendy, y'all shouldn't really have no issue with Wendy. Y'all just don't like Wendy, period, point blank. Y'all don't like Wendy. And I have like a really big issue with that because it seems like nobody is called to the carpet on their things that they have done. Like, you guys really tried to destroy her marriage with a rumor. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get on back into this article, child. That is Dr. Wendy Osefo to you, honey, and she is serving. Okay. Now, when it came to Wendy and whatever happened in season 6, Wendy and I talked, and she was really upset about all the stuff that was said about her on social media, having to do with her husband and the other thing. That's what the conversation was about, Bryant said. But again, we doing that major deflecting, child. That major deflecting, child. That major deflecting. So I was like, girl, what? So anyway, she goes on to say that she took it and ran with it in the opposite direction. For me, it just speaks to just the kind of person she is. I always wanted to be able to have conversations with women, and she's just unable to do that. So I'm just no longer interested. That's why when she came to me in the beginning of the season, I was like, no, goodbye. Bryant continues. Girl, it's not like we really cared about you needing to speak to Wendy. You know what I'm saying? She was just trying to speak. She ain't speak to you in a few months, but girl, you still holding on to something that you did. You holding on to something that you did. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. All right. Moving on. Brian says that Dillard Basset always wants to be a victim, child. No, she didn't. Brian found herself in hot water with Dillard Basset this season after Brian told Dillard Basset that her husband, Chris Bassett, made her uncomfortable in a conversation after season 6 reunion taping. Now, Dillard Basset and her husband have continually refuted Brian's claims, causing a divide between the once pals. All right. Now, Brian says that she doesn't regret anything that she said to Dillard Basset about her husband. She continued, because I know Candice is very sensitive, she can be a bit dramatic. I was very careful to choose my words carefully with her. Now, one thing I want you guys to remember, I want you guys to remember this. She said with her. She's not talking about what she said when she was with Robin. What she said when she was with Robin is what I have an issue with. Oh, a sneaky link, and he would. I felt like he was trying to see if I was with it. Like, girl, stop the insinuations that you're making, and then you expect this girl not to have a reaction. I mean, she hasn't given you anything. She hasn't given you any type of reaction. But my thing is this: like Candace or not like Candace, she said some very derogatory things, inflammatory things about Candace's husband, Chris. And it is what it is, no matter if you like it or if you don't like it. Her saying that she's being uncomfortable or that she's uncomfortable. There are people out here. If she had just left it at the uncomfortable state, then I would be just fine with it. But it's the fact that you kept going on. You kept going on and on. Now, at that time, she and I were friends. So I wasn't going to say anything that was going to be super inflammatory and hurt her. But wait, I wasn't going to say anything that was too inflammatory and that would hurt her. Oh, okay. 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 I mean, I guess, girl. I guess. I mean, this is what it's giving. I mean, it's given liar video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and connect with me on Instagram, Twitter, Patreon, YouTube. And not only that, but if you're feeling generous and would like to show some love to the channel, you can via Cash App, dollar sign Chef Don Don 2, or via Venmo at Chef Don Don 2 as well. Let's get on back into this article, child. Now, she goes on to say, so I wasn't going to say anything that was going to be super inflammatory and hurt her, but she took it to a whole nother level of nonsense. Candice wants to always be the victim. We're no longer friends. Okay. I mean, so what? I mean, I wouldn't want to be your friend either if I was Candice. So I don't feel like I need to be held back. I don't need to hold back anything anymore. What happened, happened. And it was unfortunate. And no one's going to tell me how to feel in a situation like that, Bryant concludes. Child. Now, since their conversation, Dillard Basset has come hard for Bryant, making comments about Bryant's physical appearance. I wouldn't even care. Girl, eat her up. I think that it has been taken out of proportion. I think that she has taken the position of, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm just going to deflect. I'm going to speak about Giselle and try to trash Giselle as opposed to talking to your husband. Like, why would your husband even do that? Let's start there. Bryant says, why would you even say the things that you said about her husband? Giselle Bryant, you are a nasty, vile, and evil person. You are absolutely and allegedly, per Bravo, she's dating right now. Girl, I wish you nothing but the best, because I'm gonna tell you something. What goes around most definitely comes around. You always speaking on somebody's relationship and things like that. That's why nothing ever works out for you. Now, of course, she wants to create a story. This could have died because it was a simple conversation. It was a simple conversation that you honestly didn't have to bring the cameras. So you created a story. Girl, get out of our face with these deflective lies like Giselle Gobbleneck Bryant. Girl, get out of here. But she wants to create a story. She wanted to carry this out throughout the season. Girl, you what? What are you talking about? Just the fact that she's not speaking to you, the fact that she's not speaking to you, because every time else that it comes up, she's trying to have a conversation to see exactly where you are, and you continue to play in this lady's face. Absolutely not. She wanted to take it all the way to the girls' trip, which she did, and that's just exhausting to me a little bit. I'm glad Candice took it to the ultimate girls' trip, because at the end of the day, girl, you don't got Robin there with you. Period. Point blank. Now that is a photo of the ultimate girls' trip. You got Heather Whitney, you got Giselle. I don't really know who that is standing next to Candice. But you got Candice, you got Portia, you got Leah, and you got Marisol. Okay, period, point blank. Now that's that. And they that did film in Thailand. And from what I understand, per Bravo, we are gonna get that in March. All right. And then she goes on. Brian says that the pair came to a good place at the end of the season of for Potomac, but that changed when Dillard Basset brought up the situation on the upcoming Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip season 3, which Dillard Basset and Bryant filmed in July of 2022. Bryant says that clearly she has nothing else going on. Girl, don't you need to sing a song? Don't you need to make a record? Go do that. Well, she has done that, ma'am. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Is the question. Now, Bryant's bestie Dixon has expressed her belief that Chris Bassett wasn't trying to make Giselle feel uncomfortable. Signaling a possible break in alliance between Bryant and Dixon. Now, Brian tells Today.com that she is totally fine with Dixon's perspective. Robin is entitled to her opinion. I never want anyone to just side with me because we're friends. Child, y'all been doing that for the last 7 seasons. Get out of here. I do that for people, but it's just not necessary. I am grown and I am confident and secure enough and can speak for myself enough that I don't need that. Bryant continues. Girl, it's the lies for me. It's the lies for me. It's the lies for me. That's what it is. It's the lies. And you know that's Bryant and Dixon, child. And so ahead of season, so Brian addresses those comments about her confessional looks. Oh, child, because that confessional look was something else. This one, that skunk look. Okay, so ahead of season 7, a promo was released that showed Brian in the new confessional look, sporting chunky highlights. People on the social media weighed in, and so did her castmates. Let the shade begin. So, they go in, they talk about the skunk. I think Karen Huger and then Candice, they replied to it. Huger tweeted, "You've got to love her, skunk hair design and all." To which Dillard Basset responds, "No, we don't." Separately, Dillard Basset tweeted, "I think the network has a responsibility to step in when our looks criminally offensive because my God, today." While speaking to today.com previously, Osefo said that Brian's hair at this point, I think what makes it tragic is the fact that we can tell she's trying. Brian tells today.com that I don't give a damn what people say when I wear what I wear. What my house looks like is what my house looks like. I don't care. And as long as I'm happy with it, I'm going with it. Now, Brian confirms that she went on a date with Jason from Winter House. Now, this was shown. Okay. All right. And that was from Bravo and Cocktails. But moving on, it goes on to say if you know anything about the Bravo verse, you know that Bravo fans are unmatched in their devotion to the channel and sussing out that the stars are up or sussing out what the stars are up to. Now, on January the 7th of 2023, Bravo fan account Bravo and Cocktails posted a video of Bryant on what seemed to be a date with Winter House star Jason Cameron, which Bryant confirms that it was definitely a date set up by RHOP co-star Darby and Winter House star Luke. All right. Now y'all know that they have allegedly recently split, but I didn't really know that they was together like that. While speaking to today.com, Giselle Bryant teases their romance, saying he's a great guy with a lot of fun. All right, now I'm gonna go into a couple of other things here because she did speak about the altercation uh between Mia. Okay. Um Brian shares that her takes are obviously it's Mia that is really wrong, and only because Mia brought Jacqueline around the wait, I skipped the part. Okay, let's get back into this. Okay, here we go. Someone else Bryant was rumored to be romantically involved with was Peter Thompson, ex-husband of former Real Housewives of Atlanta star Cynthia Bailey, who appeared on RHOP this season. Bryant tells today.com, I've never dated Peter. I am friends with Cynthia and I would never do that. So I am texting Cynthia like, girl, this is not true. Bryant says that Thornton is the wrong in her feud with Blake. Okay. I'm not going into that. I want to know what she had to say about Wendy and that whole situation. And I don't even really think that she's addressed it. Anyway, um, yeah, I'm not getting into the rest of this stuff. This is really weird. This is weird. Um, so let's get into this last thing. I want to get into this last thing here really quick. So give me just a second. Give me just a second. Just a second. So let's take a listen at this audio here really quick. This was in the interview that Giselle did. And what I'm going to do is paste the link to the Today interview down in the description box of this actual video so that you guys can see that and give me your true and real thoughts on that whole thing. And we'll go from there. All right. So y'all make sure you like this video, comment, and subscribe. All right. Subscribe. So let's do this. Let's take a listen at this. And then I want to know what you guys think down in the comment section and we'll go from there. So let's see. All right, so let's take a listen at this audio here really quick, and we are going to go from there. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Are where we need to be, which is I know who she is, I see who she is, and I wish her the best. I wish her and her husband the best. It's unfortunate, but I never felt like Candice is a fun girl. Like you can go out with her, you can have fun, you can kiki, but then like to have like a real hardcore relationship with her and for you to expect that she's going to be an adult, like have adult conversations. I've just never gotten that from her.
Looking back on the dance studio moment, do you wish you approached that whole Chris situation differently, knowing that it would eventually result in the kind of like demise of your friendship?
I approached that situation. I thought about that. I approached it there. I chose all my words carefully.
Girl.
I didn't add any like extra drama and hot sauce and tea to it, which I know how to do very well. And
no, you didn't do, but you did it when you
because
talked
we were
to Robin.
Now we're no longer friends, so I can real get to the tea and the nitty gritty of it all. And and that's what the reunion is for. Okay.
Are you excited for this reunion? Because I feel like after the reunion you're watching it all and you're seeing she loves to tweet, so you're seeing all the tweets coming in, the energy coming in. How are you feeling getting ready for the reunion?
Good, because I know my truth and I know how I feel about things, and that's what I will speak on. And there's things that I haven't said that to protect Candace's feelings because we were friends. So yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna add more to this
now and feel good about it.
So what you're saying is that there was some missing context during the dance studio conversation that you planned to reveal at the reunion.
Well, I'm okay. This is not a dun moment. However, I very much respected and wanted to protect the sanctity of our friendship at the dance studio. Based on how she has reacted on social media and how she has like played this all the way out, and she's the victim and oh my God, I no longer feel that way. So I will not hold back.
Okay, in the whole 7 seasons that we have known this lady, she has never delivered at a reunion. Okay, this lady has never delivered at a reunion. So you ain't gonna make me believe that you're gonna have something to say at the reunion. And if you do have something to say, I feel like it's going to be one of those situations where you're gonna make up some stuff and add some stuff. Candice, eat her up. Eat her up. All right, listen, y'all. That's all I have. That's all I have. I know this thing has been long enough, but make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure that you're connected with me so that you don't miss anything that we have here on the channel at all. And with that being said, your boy gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go. But make sure you like this video, comment, be respectful in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one.